I had to go out in the ocean in the night. But
hey friend, I see you back again. It might be that you like what you saw back then. Hey friend, now don't forget to like, comment, and smash that subscribe button.
it's good. What it do, my crew? Welcome back to my channel, people. Y'all like my hair? Yeah, my hair. My hair have me feeling myself. But it's good, guys. Okay, guys. So this was the second poll that I did on my Instagram channel, with you all picking the next video that I did, right? And this video is, well, you all already know from the title, but yeah, guys, the name of the video that got, oh my god, bitch, that's on the title. Alright, I'll let you know what video this is. This video is from Ifa to Christianity. And this is not like for everybody. This is just like my story and why I changed from Ifa to Christianity. So first, I will just tell you like how I even got into Ifa, right? And that's like, so after my first secondary school, I went back to another secondary school to get more passes, right? And you just gonna take off my natural lighting. Alright, so I went to our next school, right? And this school was real big on dancing. Now in Ifa you will find real plenty people in that faith, in dancing, or in all the arts. Like, they just some real artistic people. Well, because Africa is an artistic continent, you understand? So yeah, they into singing, acting, dancing, everything. And so that school was real big on dancing and stuff, and I think it had like a competition coming up, and the seniors, right, they, for the competition, they were always going somewhere else to practice. And so everybody was wondering, like, where did us be going to practice, and where, well, we just be in the school practicing for the competition. And so one day we will call this person Gerard. One day Gerard's name was mentioned, so that's where we know, well, oh, they going and practice with Gerard. So at time, I don't know if their practicing space was occupied or something, but they ended up practicing in the school. And so everybody get introduced to Gerard, and you were, for the first time we get to see their dance, and it was actually a spiritual dance, a Orisha dance, for, well, all the different Orishas: Shango, Obatala, Oshun, Oya, Ogun. Well, that's the first place I get introduced to Ifa and the Orishas and stuff. And so after, I think that night itself, I had ended up seeing this young lady. She actually was, she wasn't manifesting because it wasn't a full manifestation, but it was what it is called shaking, which just means, like, I guess the presence of the of an Orisha or deity is there. So, you know, yeah, a little rock. But for the first time I saw that, guys, I was so scared. I picked up my bag and I was looking to leave the school because I was like, yo, what the hell going on? And then we come back, and I was a real curious person, so I was asking, like, okay, so this and this and that. I was asking all them questions. And so that was my first encounter with Ifa and the Orishas. And that Gerard was around more often, and every time I see him I would ask questions, because like I said before, I was just real curious, guys, and I always had a battle with like religion or faith. I never really find anything that I was like comfortable with. To me, God's supposed to feel like home, so I never really find a religion or a faith that felt homey. It felt comfortable. I noticed like Christians at the time were like so judgmental, and not judgmental, they were hypocrites, like real life hypocrites. And so I didn't want nothing to do with Christianity because of the people at the time that I was open to or exposed to. How they were moving just kind of like shut that door for me. And that's what happens a lot around the world. Like, I'm sure a lot of people could attest to this. So for me now, asking all these questions and getting all these information about Ifa and stuff, I was just starting to feel real homey, and everybody was so open to talking about it. It wasn't like this to do that and this to do that and blah, blah, blah. It was like, yeah, girl, so this Ifa means this. It's not a religion, it's a faith. Shango represents this, Oya represents this, Oshun represents this, Ogun represents this, Olodumare represents this, Obatala represents this. These are what Ibejis are, and this is what a feast is, and this is what happens when we go to a feast, and it was real homey, like, promise, it was the best. And so I started to get real comfortable with it, and yeah, when I tell y'all I used to struggle so much, let me tell you what was my biggest question to do with Christianity. I was like, why y'all say in Jesus' name? Like, why in Jesus' name? Why not in God's name? And nobody could have answered me that with a good, comfortable answer. And so I'll bring that question back later on in the video, but that was like my biggest question. So when I prayed, I used to pray and say at the end, and I used to be like, oh God, what to say? And I just used to be like, in God's name, amen. Yeah. Even when I was now introduced to Ifa, I never used to say like Olodumare and stuff. I used to say in God's name, guys. I just didn't know who. I was so on the next place religiously, or just in that I didn't know what I was doing. So fast forward now, and I joined this group, Gerard's group, and he is full into Ifa. His like the first set of students were so into Ifa. It's like Ifa was all around. You couldn't not hear anything, you couldn't not experience anything, because he was like, okay, so the group going and do that, like the group going and go this prayer, the group going and go this feast and thing. And so yeah, everybody just went along with it. And guys, I was in awe of everything. I loved everything at the time. But as we go on and on, we just get exposed to more stuff. And these are where my well, I didn't really question it when I was in the group, because this is our next topic, but I was mainly like, I stayed in the group as long as I did, which was 2 years, on the count of love. And we'll just leave that in. And so when I left the group now, this is how Ifa is, guys. When you're not around, or you don't know people that know like Ifa, it's real hard to keep up on it. Like, it's hard to know when is the next feast, when is this. And when I tell a late, so I'll bring these topics up. So my first issue when I left was everybody that I know who was in Ifa was in that group. And so it was really hard for me to maintain this Ifa, my faith in Ifa and stuff like that, because I didn't have nobody to talk to about it. Everybody around me was either just non-religion or Christians or Catholic or something like that. So it was real hard. And bit by bit I just started slacking off, because I don't have nobody to tell me, okay, this feast coming up. After slacking off of Ifa for like 2 years, so it's like fast forward 2 years, I still was like praying to like Olodumare, and I would say things like swear to Ogun, which is the keeper of promises. So they didn't say swear to God, they would say swear to Ogun or swear to Olodumare. And so I was still saying those stuff, like I still believed in it, I just wasn't exposed to it as much. And when you're not like exposed to something constantly, you tend to forget or tend to slack off or go in the next direction. And so that's why God did say, like, keep at it, keep reading the Bible and stuff, so you wouldn't be led astray. So it come like that's what happened to me. Yeah. So Christianity now. So fast forward 2 years, right? This is where I got with my my baby, I can't say met because I knew this nigga, like been knew this nigga. But so this guy got with Ezekiel, and he was, I wouldn't say he was totally on like Christianity, but he believed in God and the Christian God, and well, to me, one God, but y'all get what I mean. Y'all get what I'm dishing out. So he was a God fearing man. I would say I don't know about that, but so his father, right, is where your father is in church again? Alright, so he's something like a deacon or a bishop. We can't really remember right now, but he used to like talk and stuff, but he wasn't the type of person to like push. Well, he's not the type of person to push nothing on you, right? He's the type of person like he will let you know what his faith is or whatever what he believes in, but he not going and jump down your neck to come into Christianity. And that was like the first Christian I meet that was like that. He was like, he did say like God will bring you to him, not him but him when he wants you to come. And that's what he believed in, and that's how it went. And so me being curious, Crystal, I just used to ask questions or whatsoever, and then after like slacking off of Ifa, I had some questions about Ifa before me and Iska got together, and it just resonated more when like just as time progressed now. So I started to learn more about Christianity, talk to Ezekiel's father a lot, and guys, he explained so much to me, and in a kind of way that I could have understood, and the questions that I had, and my biggest question, he could have answered it, and all he could have answered, and that was a thing changing for me. And so I attended church, and I got readings, or not readings, more like prayers and revelations from the prophets, which I did get in Ifa as well, and we'll just tackle all of that. So we'll get into the things. So that was it. I just changed into Christianity. So now we will talk about like the topics that I had, or the questions that I had, or compare and contrast with Ifa and Christianity. The first one is I didn't understand like why in Ifa like certain things you're doing or you want to do, you have to make ebo sacrifices. So like a goat, a sheep, a pig, a rat, a pigeon, which they used to do that in the Bible too, right? So you can't say like that obia, because they used to do that in the Bible too in the first days. So, but with their thing is like you going for a reading and they telling you had to get it and get it and get it. So my question was like, okay, so if I was poor, you mean to tell me I can't get no blessings, or I can't change this course in my life, or whatsoever? Give blessings, or not give blessings. He gives things, and then back in the days he would give stuff and then require you to give thanks for that stuff. But in Ifa, they want you to give the stuff and then you will get your stuff. You understand? So it's kind of like you was buying blessings. And in Christianity cases, like you're just giving thanks for the blessings. God would give you stuff. Like he would give you, not just so, but God, you know how the word is go. Like land and oxen and sheep and pig and horse and all of that, and then he would say, well, okay, you need to sacrifice a sheep or a goat or whatever for me. So in Ifa, they ask you to make sacrifices and then you will get your blessings. So my biggest question was, if I am poor, does that mean I get no blessings? Because at the time I can't buy no goats, I can't buy no sheep, I don't even know where to get a rat. But I guess you probably would, I never make it so fast to do any ebos, but I guess they probably would give the money to the Babaluaye, which is like the priest, and they would buy the stuff. I had for like within Ifa is like, I would see somebody do bad stuff, right? Like real bad stuff to people, and And it was disgusting. Like, I went through it myself, and I would see no repercussions. And it's not like in Christianity or any else in the world, you just see repercussions for people who do bad, but you definitely don't see praises. So when I say like praises, I mean like in Ifa, right? When people manifest, you actually get to talk to the deities and stuff like that. Conversation. And so I would know this person do something bad. And then when I like hear the conversations they having with the deities, is no repercussions. No sanctions, no nothing. It's kind of like, babe, you need to do this to elevate and so it was like, I was like, so you mean Clifford now get away with that? Because I couldn't understand how like y'all know Clifford doing something so bad, and the next time y'all talk to him, y'all not even going and tell him a Clifford that was real dog. Well, not like that, but I hear Clifford, you're going on the right track. You need to do this to elevate, and you need to do that and that and that. And I was like, wow. I just take a back seat.
Oh, yeah, last night, huh?
Yeah, so that was a question I had with Ifa. Or not a question, but rather a concern. I just didn't like the idea of that. When I tell her it's so hard to find a church, I can't remember what or a pally in Ifa. It's like, I don't know, it's just Ifa, the faith is just so unknown. It's like, it's so hard to find a pally, or it was just hard. So even though Ifa felt homey to me, I still didn't have a home, so to speak. And the only way I could get a home, well, is through people and this and da. And yes, so it's really hard to find a church or a place of worship, a palais in Ifa. So that was a concern of mine. It's like, even after like I left the group, I still wanted to be a part of Ifa, but it was so hard to maneuver through the faith and find out like where should I go. This next one is serious. So Ifa is of oral tradition, means you probably will find a book in Ifa, but it don't have like the Bible, so to speak. Well, I don't know if it have, but to my knowing, it don't have anything like the Bible. If I would always ask, it would always say Ifa is an oral tradition. And so when I say that, it means like we learn or transfer information through speaking. And y'all know like how, if y'all ever play this game like where it have 11 people and everybody pass, somebody started and everybody just passed it on, and so much information has been lost and twisted till by the time it come out around the next thing is a complete different thing. So that could happen, and that happened already. And it's like, you can't even trace it back. It's like, what's the time? It's minutes to 6. So yeah, so the oral tradition, right? So many things and when I tell you, it have real nasty people out in the world. It's like they just gonna tell you something if it benefits them. So it's like, yeah, in Ifa, yes, do this and yes, do that, because they know they will get benefits. So it was kind of scary. You don't know who to trust. When I tell you, it's so serious. You don't know who to trust in Ifa, honestly, and you don't know who to trust in Christianity either. But that was just like the first time I experienced it, because I was kind of already turned off from Christianity. But in Ifa, it's real scary, honestly. Like, people just talking for their own benefits, and it's like, I don't know what to do. And then you're seeing the Orishas blessing them or telling them certain good stuff. So it's like, so if Kurt telling me something, and then I see in the Orishas telling Kurt, well, yeah, you're doing a good job, you're on the right track, I'm not going to question Kurt. Obviously, the Orishas telling me like, this nigga is real, like he doing the right thing. And that is not the case. When I tell you, people in Ifa will do stuff and tell you stuff, especially when they are much older, like elders, and we were young and stuff, so easy to manipulate, and they seem so strong and mighty and all of this. We were running around like, well, I was running around like a chicken with the head cut off. And Yeah, I mean, in Christianity, it have evil people, two people that will lead you astray. But the thing is, you have a reference. You could reference the Bible. A Christian can't come and tell me, well, God do this and God do that. I go in the Bible and pull up and read and educate myself. In the Bible, it says the Bible is wisdom. Yeah, so a Christian can't come and tell me no stupidness. I could reference the Bible, but in Ifa, I can't reference anything. The only thing I could hope to do is find somebody that will tell me the truth. But I will not know if they're telling me the truth. I guess the only thing I could do is ask the Orishas. But if this person telling me something and then I see in the Orishas gifting this person and doing all these things, like actually seeing it, I don't know what to say. I will believe it. And now, thing, guys, if I have some weird, super scary practices for me, like in this one case, I had to go out in the ocean in the night. Well, it wasn't in the night, it was like 5 o'clock in the morning or something, guys. When I tell you, I was so scared, because if you know me, I don't play with the ocean. I don't play with water, right? So I don't go out in the ocean by myself. So I was like so scared. And then in this next case, somebody had to go, or somebody took somebody in the jungle in the night time to do something. I afraid lizard, I afraid things that is flying, I afraid all kind of things. So I can't go out there. I can't go out there. I can't go out in the jungle. So what go on with me now? I can't get my blessings because I fear the jungle. I fear the dark. In Ifa, right? You have people that would tell you stuff about yourself that nobody else would know. Nobody else would know. Things that you know is a secret. And then like when, well, you were just like really like that and like, wow, this person know this about me, this must be true, you know. Never see come see. In the Christian faith, it have people like that too, which are prophets. They would tell you stuff that nobody's supposed to know. Or like I meeting this person for the first time and they telling me stuff that he can't possibly know. And even if the person who introduced him to me will know me, I never tell them that. I never told them that. So I guess it's like it have a lot of things that are similar or the same, and then completely different stuff. Things that are questionable, I guess, on both sides. People that are not nice on both sides. Practices that are weird, I guess, on both sides maybe. I haven't experienced them in Christianity yet, but yeah. Yeah. This video was highly requested, guys, and I just wanted, if you made it this far into the video, I want to thank you guys so much, so much for coming on here and watching this video. And go ahead and like now. I will wait. Okay, I'll then like, thank you so much. Don't forget to leave a comment. I appreciate you guys so much. And if you're not subscribed, raise your hand, just subscribe. I mean, you could only get good content, right?
Don't forget to like, comment, and smash that subscribe button.